That's Jake level energy for starting one of these.
Yeah. Oh, hello. All right. Well, hello and welcome everyone to the 17th episode of Crown and Conquest. I think it's 17th.
Yes.
I always get this number wrong. Great. 17th episode of Crown and Conquest. We are playing through the Kingmaker adventure path where our brave players will carve their own trail through the stolen lands. Today's episode is called Infiltration.
Ooh.
My name is Jake, and I will be the devilishly handsome DM for this adventure, and I am, of course, joined by our players. Dex Kane, played by Aaron.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Javier Valverde Castejon de Abelar, played by Abe.
Hello.
Taenn and Indage, played by Alex.
Greetings, adventurer.
And Kai, played by Caleb.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Alright, so it's been a hot minute since we played, but last time, you guys might remember that you broke into someone's home and murdered an old man.
Whoa.
That's one way to put
And
it.
an ant.
And an aunt. That is
Large,
true.
yeah.
You did also kill his aunt.
Which was his wife, maybe?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Could have been.
It's faithful
Maybe
pet
mistress,
ant.
because I think we heard his wife already died.
Yeah, that was very reliable information.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. Yes. So this is usually the part where I say cool things everyone individually did, but I did not write any of them down, and it has been like 3 weeks. 2 weeks? Some amount of weeks.
Like
Some
3
amount of
weeks,
weeks.
yeah.
So I have no notes.
Truthfully, I think the only cool thing that happened was that Jathal was like, yo, you don't need to worry about those zombies. Just, like, walk through with this symbol. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You guys got very
That's pretty
lucky,
good.
randomly decided, we're like, we'll bring the goth chick.
Yeah.
She might be useful. And it was like, oh, yeah, I guess she would be.
Turns out.
All right. So I guess a more practical recap, though. You guys are currently, you believe, underneath the Stag Lord's fort.
Yep.
You came down here. You found a small trap door around the back of the base of the fort, I suppose, where you were accosted by zombies on the first time you tried your approach. With a little bit of help from Jathal, you managed to avoid the zombies, open the door, get in, and kill the old man who was here. He gave you guys quite a fight.
He fought us first, for what it's worth. He attacked us.
You did break into this place.
I mean,
I don't know if it
this
was
is
his
a trap
home.
door. I mean,
True.
it wasn't
I know.
locked.
We did
It
have
had
to
the
dig.
word door.
It wasn't locked. Lock your door, guy.
You did have to literally dig it out.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
dig
what I
it,
was
but it
gonna say.
wasn't locked. I mean, come on.
That's a good point. An excellent point.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe we looked at we looked in that last room before we ended our last session, and there's like 2 pathways up, right? There's like this main staircase and a ladder.
Yes.
Well, as
Yes,
far as we can tell.
Yeah, so, well, I sort of messed up last time. So we're going to do a little retconning. Technically, this
The ladder's
ladder
where you
here...
come down.
Yeah, this is where you come down.
Oh, nice.
Which does make more sense than you guys having to jump in. I think something, maybe I just misread the exact room. It's also confusing because rather than being like, usually every room, little peek behind the curtain here, each room has like a number, but all of these are 11. But this room is 11, this one is 11C, and you are currently standing in 11B.
11B.
So, I think it just said they fall down into 11, and I said, okay.
11B for beginning of the room.
Of course, right?
enter.
That's the
Yes.
thing. It's not even like the first. I don't
Not
know.
even
It's
A.
crazy. It's wild.
That's how you get. You get through. You go through the door to get into this room. And that's how you know.
But like, there's whatever. This drives me crazy. It was like I was literally cleaning up at the end of the session, trying to figure out what was going to happen next, and I was like, oh, I see where this leads.
You're like, what? Why are they leaving again? I can't remember. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was like, this must come out in a really weird place, and I was like, oh, it does. It does, actually.
So what you're saying is there's only one pathway up into the fort. There's one back the way we came, but there's only
Yes.
one pathway up.
Yes, in fact. Apologies for that.
That's okay.
All good.
Well, now we have to walk back by this man who attacked us.
Hang
Yeah.
on,
And his wife.
let me just check my resources real fast. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. I believe you guys already waited down here for At least 10 minutes.
A while.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
get my
healed
focus
multiple
20
times.
Okay, I
We
thought
went
so.
an hour at least.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
we
I
had
thought.
To do extra
Heal up.
healing.
That is what I thought.
All right. Should we sneak upstairs?
Yeah. When you sneaky
Sure.
people want to go first,
Yeah.
wave us up.
All
I'll
right.
sneak on up.
Okay,
follow.
I am just gonna throw you guys all on this map. Ooh, that did not copy you in a very nice pattern. Give me 1 second to place you all. And then I will activate this. Oh, great. The rain effect came with it.
Nice.
Okay, so you come out in this area. A shallow stone-lined cooking pit containing ash and partially burnt logs sits in the middle of this rubble-filled room. So as you can see, a bunch of rubble to your left. That pit I just described is sort of on your right.
All right.
It is currently, it's still pretty much the dead of night. You guys made your approach about midnight, so still very dark. What is your plan?
Is one of us still holding a lantern? Yes.
I have a lantern.
We should probably turn that off.
Yeah, and it's
Should be in the top right-hand corner when you have your character selected. It should be there. Like
The
of the
top.
main canvas. You'll see like a little icon floating near
Oh.
like where the food bowl is.
no. There's just a food bowl up there.
Oh. Wow. It is definitely a status effect.
A food bowl. Oh, the jeweled rice.
Uh-huh.
That's weird because I do see it on your character sheet, but you're right. Or on your token, but it's not an effect you can turn off.
Yeah,
Oh, I think it's because you're holding the lantern.
Oh. You can just...
Maybe just unequip the lantern. Is this game that smart?
That'd be pretty cool.
Do I stow it? Do I wear it?
Oh, no!
look at that.
Whatever you just did.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy, dude.
Is there? Yeah, there isn't like a. It'd be cool if there's a button on it because it has shutters that you can close.
Ooh.
do like a
just-
spotlight,
Yeah, we'll just
or
I'll
just
build
fully shut it.
I'll build you a little button.
yeah
We can get one in there.
because like based on how I'm reading it, you can turn it into a flashlight essentially.
Oh, just shutter the other 3 doors
Yeah.
and point in one direction.
Yeah.
Boy. That might be
I
harder.
don't know if this does
No, it's fine.
directional light
That's fine.
on characters. I should
All right, Javier's gonna sneak up to the door, and
Oh.
he's kind of feeling his way around. This is complete darkness.
It's not
Dim light?
too bad.
We get like well, it's
it's-
raining.
Yeah, not a lot of moonlight, but so you kind of peek your head over here, and it's dark. Your eyes are still kind of adjusting to the darkness, but you can at least see. Yeah, so you can see there's sort of this stairway, right, that leads up to sort of like a raised platform area. You'll remember when you first tried to approach the wall, there were guards who could see over the wall, and so they were sort of standing on that raised platform area. And actually, around this time, you can see someone is walking. It looks like there's sort of like guards up there, and one of them is walking by with a lantern, which gives you a little bit of light to see by.
Okay. And so we're underneath a roof right now.
Let me look at the exact pattern of it. No, actually.
Oh, that's the start of a raised
Yeah,
platform.
so the
right?
stairs
Okay.
are going away from you. So there's sort of a raised platform extending out in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of like at your, we'll call it like 7 o'clock. There's like a raised stone platform. It looks sort of like the remnants of the original fort that's obviously sort of fallen into disrepair here.
Got it.
Oh. And that's all
Yeah,
the rubble.
so like, yeah. So kind
Right.
of like here,
yeah.
there's like up here there's a stone pathway, and then sort of extending out this way behind the stairs.
Yeah.
It
Got it.
blends into an upper platform.
All right. So Javier will sort of sneak as he can out and just try to get a lay of what's happening.
Can we go up these stones? To that platform that way?
You could probably get up to the platform. I would probably make you roll like an athletics check. It also, these stones are not very well packed. You're probably going to make some noise, so you'd probably need to make a stealth check as well.
And it's raining, you know?
It is raining, which does make it slippery. But
Alright,
maybe
brutal.
that gives you a little cover for your noise. You know.
So under, like, is this area underneath then?
Yes.
A platform? Okay.
Yeah, everything on this map, everything you can see right now is going to be on your level. I have a separate map for the upper level.
Okay.
So don't worry about that.
Gotcha. Okay. So I think Javier is sort of gonna, like, dart around and then back in here.
Okay, yeah. So
Underneath.
you come around back here underneath. It's a little dark. You don't have any kind of low light vision or anything like that, right?
No, I've just got
Okay.
a lantern.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So
If I can, I don't know if it makes sense for him to, like, sort of open the shutter a little bit just to kind of see.
Sure, yeah.
Obviously, it
you
would
can
take
kind of,
longer
like-
than normal to look around.
Right. So if you want to search this area, we can do that. But kind of just coming in here and just sort of a little bit of the ambient light and maybe like opening your lantern like a little tiny crack, you get the sense that this corner is an armory of some sort.
Okay.
You see some chests full of like gear. It looks like, yeah. It looks like most of
gear and
this
stuff.
room, as you can kind of tell just from the map, a lot of it is just rubble,
Okay.
where the base is kind of falling apart. But this corner specifically, you can see they've got some of their gear stored.
And then, how much of this? So all of this area is sort of out in the open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can look out there. You can see. I don't know if this was obvious from where you were. I don't know what your vision cone looked like. But this looks like the front gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, based on the raised platforms, if I went out there, that's where I would likely be seen.
Yeah, so right now where you're standing, you're basically underneath these platforms. Yeah, if you stepped out here, you'd kind of be exposed. Even where you were moving just in front of this, obviously they can just look down the stairs and see you.
Right.
Speaking of, why don't you give me a stealth check?
Roger that. Let's see. Ooh, not great. 15.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Opening the shutter a little bit too much.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so you have a little look around. What would you like to do next?
I don't know. I'm trying to think if he would dare to. I think he feels pretty good about his stealth. So I think he's going to try to peek real quick, like over here, and then say peek one to the north, around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, Yeah, so down this way, factoring in the dark and everything, why don't you give me a perception check?
Yeah, it's probably pretty hard to see at this point.
Yeah, especially without using your lantern even more. Well, let's see if you can get what
perception
you can get.
blind or
You can just roll it public.
just normal?
Yeah, I know. Rolling perception on its own is always so hard. I feel like I never know how to do it.
It doesn't want to do it for me. Oh, there
Yeah.
it is. It was hiding the dialogue. Oh, it did it blind anyways.
Oh.
All right.
Well, here, I'll reveal it. You rolled really good, actually.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
25.
Yes. So there's a brief break in the clouds, and everything sort of gets a little bit brighter. So over this way, there is not a whole lot, actually. This area looks pretty empty. You see a water barrel over here. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I didn't realize these were invisible. There are some horses tied up right here. Yeah, they were hidden. But yeah, so this looks like sort of where they tie up. You can see there's sort of like this bar where they tie up their horses. And looking down this way, it looks like there's sort of like a big sort of courtyard area, and you can see some beds. You know, it's still dark, so you don't get a great view, but you can at least see, there are a few, your cone doesn't show them. But you can see sort of like the outlines of some beds down there. So you suspect
like
maybe there are people
down
sleeping
this way.
there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then you also see down here what looks like a cage of some description.
Okay.
You probably are going to need a little bit more light to get a lot more than that. But you can definitely see some beds down here and a cage.
Gotcha.
And it's about this time that someone on the upper level goes, "Hey!" And you see... Let me share this picture. This guy looking down at you.
Nice.
That sounds like
Gonna
exactly
Kang
how he
just-
would say that.
Yeah.
Strapped to his back.
He's ready at all times.
He knows what he's about.
Yeah.
I feel like those nails aren't really helping out his club in that way.
He needs to hammer him all the way in.
Yeah, they need to hammer all the way through.
It's his first try, guys.
That's what you guys are for. He's going to hit you with it, and it's going to drive the nails further.
Yes.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
He already hit some people and it drove the nails the opposite direction, so now I need to hit somebody and drive them back.
Exactly. So yeah, he just looks down at you and goes, "Hey!"
He definitely sees me. Hi. Greg? It's Greg, right?
Hey.
You guessed right.
He just points to himself and goes, "Ox."
Oh, right. Ox. I hit the grog a little bit too hard last night. Could you remind me where's the toilets?
And he just sort of gestures around.
Okay, right, anywhere. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this rain. I'll see you later.
Yeah, alright. And he goes back to his patrol.
Gonna book it back over here. Alright, I was definitely seen, but, I think I threw him off the scent.
How exactly did you throw him off the scent?
I don't know, he does not seem very bright. He sort of explains what he saw, maybe a cage. Not too many people though, so I don't know, we might be able to make it, and worst case scenario, like I said, that guy's pretty dumb.
Did it appear that front thing is the front door? Is that what we're guessing that is? Like the front entryway to the fort?
That's definitely what it looked like.
Okay.
And when you guys did like your recon, there were no other gates other than the one kind of facing inland.
Got it.
It's a pretty small fort then, based
It's
on
not
where we
huge.
came in, I think.
It's...
Yeah,
let me give you guys... I guess I never gave you like full dimensions. Let me do a quick measure tool here. That's
Appreciate it.
about... Yeah, okay, it's almost perfectly square, actually. That's fun. About 100 feet in diameter.
Okay.
So not massive.
Okay.
Did you notice any doors or any other places where we might make our way into this, like some sort of enclosed building?
There was the cage, and then back beyond. Is that like getting back into kind of the stone building, or is the stone area completely broken down?
So Yeah, the stone area. Nothing you've seen is like enclosed. Really.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. It seems like all that's really left are like some stone supports. Like you can see this wall behind you is very clearly made of stone.
Mm-hmm.
This one over here by the armory was made of stone. But really, all it's doing is like holding up the floor of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like doors or rooms really.
Okay.
Besides, I mean, the caged area, I guess, is the closest thing to a room.
But the at least from what Javier could see, it looked more cagey than like secure.
Yeah,
like,
right. Like the thing on the front definitely looked more like a cage than like a door.
Yeah. So I don't know, some sort of prison. There's I didn't see very much before I ran back here, but
Well, if we open the cage, maybe we can offload some of this work onto some other people. Oh, distraction type stuff.
Are you assuming there's prisoners behind those cage doors?
Oh yeah, or I don't know, animals maybe. Something.
there were also two
Horses,
horses.
perhaps. Yes.
I don't know, that horse isn't really gonna cause much of a ruckus.
We could set them loose.
What is our plan here? We just walking in, saying hi, Stag Lord, and then shooting him with magic missiles.
You could literally shoot him at this point.
We didn't get very far beyond the infiltrate the base of the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, we know he's evil, and it seems like there's probably no way we can be able to convince him to leave.
How does the wind feel about him, Taenn?
It could use a little blood.
So maybe we convince him to leave after we've hit him like once or twice. Ah, yes. Smart, Taenn.
Well, we all got our amulets on, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we can just walk around. If somebody says anything, we go, oh yeah, new recruits. We don't know what we're doing around here yet.
Just pretend we've been here the whole time.
Well, we can pretend
that.
that this ox man pointed us this direction, or whichever direction we might head. Maybe he can be our originator, the person who's vying for our
Scapegoat.
purpose of being here.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I put Dex is going to put his amulet on for sure and make sure it's in full display.
Love it. Is it safe to assume everyone is going to be donning their amulets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Right.
I'll need a fortitude save from all of you.
You
Incredible.
fools.
It's gonna happen during the boss fights one. That's
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on,
should we-
guys.
Go see what this cage is all about.
Yeah. I'm in.
yes. Yeah.
Dex is gonna I think just kind of like hide his weapon. Just so that nothing's like out and about. He's just gonna look like he's walking. Maybe
his
put
gun.
it under. Yeah, his gun.
Yeah, what's your plan to hide this thing? Because it's like a two-handed rifle,
He
right?
has he's wearing like a cape type thing, like a big, almost like trench coat style coat. So I think he'll just try to hide it underneath there.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. I guess Dex will take the lead here since he has probably a little bit better vision than Javi will, and it's pretty dark.
Do you have dark vision, low light vision?
I have low light vision.
Low light. Okay.
I believe we all have low light except Hobby.
Except
Not
for
Except
Hobby.
for the one guy you sent to scout.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
Sneaky.
that.
He's sneaky, man.
Sneaky can't see anything.
We'll get you some goggles someday.
Yeah. First
Which way
opportunity.
did you say from here?
To the left and around the corner.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna pause you right here. Why don't you give me, well, give me a perception check, I guess. It's still a little bit dark.
guess.
Although you have low light, probably doesn't matter too much. Well, maybe it does if you roll that.
Brutal.
I can at least describe this scene a little bit. So you see sort of beds scattered around, and most of them are occupied. So there are quite a few bandits here, but they are all in bed.
Okay. I did not see them.
Yeah, Javier, I think you still don't see them. I think Dex is the only
that's
one.
fair.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? The cage is over there.
There are people sleeping in these beds.
What?
Must be very quiet. Yes.
How can you see them?
It's called low light vision.
Must be nice.
It is.
Dex is gonna try and. Do I? What was?
We could.
Can we look around this side maybe first before
Yeah, we
we
could,
try to
like-
trek through here?
Well, if there are people, let's go the other way. You can go first.
I will try to peek this corner.
Alright, yeah. Not really a whole lot of note over on this side.
Okay.
Seems just sort of like a back path around the fort.
Convenient.
I'm just gonna keep working my way around, just checking the perimeter if possible.
And the raised platform, is it just in this one section, or does it go around?
Yeah, so it is, right now you guys are sort of adjacent to the stone part. That's
Yeah.
right here. Hang on, I'm just gonna jump to the other map really quick to make sure I'm not lying to you. Okay, yeah. That was the wrong map. Here we go. Yeah, so right here, where you guys are right now, there's more of a wooden platform.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. got it.
And it sort of extends out towards the wooden part, and then eventually links back with those stairs that you saw originally.
Got it. If I try to peek this corner, what do I see here?
So you can see a little bit. This links back to the room that you saw originally, and
Okay.
then a much smaller room here that looks to be much more well decorated.
Ooh.
It looks like someone is maybe living there.
Let's see. I relay this information to the group.
This the Stag Lord's den.
It could be possible, yes. If he's
Pretty-
asleep, we could just slit his throat and leave.
That's not a bad idea.
The wind is really craving a lot of blood today. While a man is sleeping. It's pretty tight quarters for us to deal with such a challenging enemy, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets us out of this rain faster.
I think Dex is gonna maybe move down this wall here and just try to stay up against it, just a little bit further to see if there's anything around the end,
Okay.
if
Ooh.
possible.
That bearskin rug.
Yeah, so you see there's another staircase that leads up to that wooden platform.
Got it.
Now, are you guys just kind of walking around normal? Are you trying to be stealthy?
I think trying to be stealthy.
Why don't you guys... Well,
I'm not good at stealth.
Yeah, I was just kind of walking around with the amulet very, very
Okay.
present.
okay,
If
Yeah.
if Dex is just walking, then Javier is also just walking.
fair enough. So around this time, I need to just copy this guy and move him between maps. You see a man moving down the stairs. He seems to be dressed much like the other bandits, just sort of like basic leather armor. They don't have like a uniform, but most of them are just kind of wearing basic leather armor, obviously with the amulet around his neck. And he starts coming down these stairs from the upper level, and he goes, What are you lot doing out of bed?
The rain has just kept us up. It's hard to sleep when the rain is just pouring on your face.
Yeah, I feel that. You know, if you're gonna be up, maybe you could just take my god duty. Do I know you all?
We're new recruits. we met a while back. We came with Ox recently.
Ox? Who's letting Ox let people in? He knows he's not supposed to open the door. He doesn't know the password.
Well, we had a good time drinking a couple weeks ago, and he mentioned that you could use some more assistance at the fort. So he invited us to come by, and we've trying to make our way around and learn the ways of the fort.
We learned of this place from Kressel. Kressel, you know Kressel.
Oh, the one who's always tussling, yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
You know, we've been wondering, she was supposed to bring, she had a shipment she was supposed to be bringing us. Stag Lord's getting mighty pissed. If you run into her again, tell her he's still waiting on that. Why don't you guys give me... Is deception still a thing? What I always forget.
Yep.
Yeah, give me deception check.
Blind?
You can make it public.
In public, alright.
Ooh, hello. All right.
Well,
Okay. Well, here's the thing. We can treat Javier as the main one and Dex as aiding. We'll
I guess
play.
it's a little cheesy, but sure.
It's fine. I'm okay with it.
I mean, that makes sense because Dex didn't even think to bring up Kressel. It was just like the first name he thought of was Ox, and then you're like, whoa, wait, hold on. Actually,
I think it's in this sort of situation, right? It's like Dex is saying something, and as he sort of spirals, Javi can kind of be like, "Hang on, let me save us here." And this guy maybe is not the most, Well, you know what? Let's see. I suppose.
Maybe he's
Well,
having a
no,
good
it
night.
should be a DC. Because you guys roll, so he wouldn't make an opposed roll. You would just be rolling against him. So he sort of looks you over a little suspicious at first, but at the end he's like, ugh. Yeah, that sounds like Kressel. Alright, well, try to get some sleep if you're not going to be on guard duty. We're going to need all our power for tomorrow.
Well, all right. We might do a little lap here and then get back to it.
Hey, whatever does it for you. And he turns and he goes back up the stairs.
tomorrow, huh? Tomorrow.
I mean, it's got to be like the 20th of Forest. So, I mean,
Forest, yeah, I think. You know
big,
what that
big holiday.
means?
Yeah.
Easter.
Roll a calendar check.
It is the 24th of Forest.
Oh man, so you
Wheel
missed
day.
Forest 20. That's a shame.
Boy. Thoughts?
Finish our loop and do a loop up top.
Yeah, I guess. There's just a lot of boys here. This feels... Alright, we'll just finish our loop.
Because we,
Yeah, so much like the other side, it seems sort of like the perimeter is very barren. Yeah, so it's to sort of summarize what you guys have seen. The perimeter's pretty barren. You've got an entryway where the horses are tied up. You have a basement that had an old guy in it who you murdered. Sort of like a central area where everyone is sleeping right now. Dex, you probably also saw... Well, you didn't spend a lot of time looking at it. Really, mainly what you saw was the people sleeping there. A room tucked away in the back, and an elevated sort of platform.
Yeah.
That's mainly used for, like, defense. Or, lookouts is the word I'm looking for.
Should we try to just make our way up and hope that nobody else questions us? I really worry there's going to be more people up there, and I don't know how we're going to...
So you guys have been walking around, so you've kind of gotten an idea for how many are up there. You feel like you've seen at least... Right, you ran into 2 people, and you've definitely seen at least one more. Just sort of based on, like, light that you see up there. You know, you didn't necessarily have like an encounter with them, but you definitely saw like lights moving up there that indicate at least one more person.
Yeah.
I feel like the last potential piece of information is what's up with the cage.
Yeah. I
don't know if we
mean,
can saunter our way back into the sleeping area and check that out,
I feel like
or
that's
if
gonna
we'd
have
wake
to be.
them up.
That's gonna have to be a stealth situation,
Yeah.
probably. I feel like we wake them up and we're right in the middle of them checking out this cage. We're gonna be looking like we're in trouble.
All right, I can try to sneak in there.
Sneak.
Sneak. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's where the horses were.
Yep. So, I think that's. We'll give that a shot. I guess once Javier gets to the edge of the platform area where he's not like underneath it anymore,
Mm-hmm.
we'll try to sneak around here.
So for what it's worth, the platform doesn't extend quite out over the horses. So the horses is kind of like open air. I think where you're standing right now is about the edge of where the platform is. It's pretty narrow, actually, at this part, because it's all wood right where you're standing.
Mm-hmm.
But go on.
Okay. So he'll try to sneek
All
as
right,
carefully as possible through these guys.
give me a stealth check.
Let's go. Okay. 23.
That is very, very good. So, yeah, you sort of pick your way through this area. It's still dark, but now you're close enough that you can actually see pretty well this area, mostly because you have to avoid everything. There's sort of dirty bowls and utensils just kind of thrown haphazardly on the ground here.
Oh,
Sort
that's
of
why
you
it's
can,
a stealth check.
yeah. You know, obviously it's open air, but even with the rain, you can smell just sort of like the unwashed bodies of these bandits. And
Nice.
like just there's like a scent of stale food in the air. You're very much getting the sense that this is like sort of like the common area for them. You know, they sleep here, they live here, they eat here.
Need a fortitude save.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite. So
His
about
his goal is
Yeah.
to like get towards the cage, so wherever he can get before something else happens.
yes. So go ahead and stop right there.
Okay.
As you approach, you look in, and there is, again, not a ton of light, but you see movement, and something sort of reflects the little bit of light that is there, and it sort of lifts its head to look at you, and you see
Oh,
this.
a bear owl.
Oh, a
Bearowl.
Bearowl.
Yeah.
It sort of just lifts its head and looks at you. It's definitely noticed your approach, but it is not. It has not done anything yet.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna unleash this Bearowl on the bandits.
That is an interesting idea.
Yeah. But I feel like if we do that, we need to.
Too bad I can't talk to this thing. I can't
right.
speak with animals.
Yeah.
That swashbuckler spell.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a situation where you could just potentially unlatch the gate and then just walk away.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing I worry about is, I mean, we know there's one entry and exit point out of this fort, and it's out the front. The other one at the bottom, obviously, or to go down into the basement. But the people coming down from above, I feel like no matter where we're at here, we're in a bad position because trying to fight them from down below, if there's just chaos going on,
Yeah.
maybe some of us should be up there.
Is that the man with the gun?
You can also just retreat downstairs while havoc is, happening.
Well, what I don't want to have happen though is if we do that, maybe some of them run away. Potentially the Stag Lord just leaves if there's just chaos happening, and then we've lost track of him. If he's here. I guess we don't know if he's here.
Well, burn his fort down. We can deal with him later.
True.
True. Yeah, I guess we didn't poke our head enough into.
I think the rest of us walk back around the outside of the thing to that bottom entrance down here.
Oh.
While Javier opens this door.
I guess I'm okay with that.
And then we see what's going on from down here.
Just leave Javi to deal with a Bearowl and 4 bandits.
Oh, he's fast, right?
Yeah, super fast. So I guess these guys have no idea what's happening, because only Javi sees this. But I guess, yeah, no, he wouldn't do this autonomously. So he would attempt to walk back. So I don't know if you need another check for that.
Probably not. No, we can
Ah.
use your same stealth check. You did well.
All right, so we'll huddle and confer. So now you guys all know.
Yeah.
There's a bear owl.
Oh, okay. So we'll let it go. Just let it do everything. Then we
What
just
if
clean
it's-
up the rest.
But what if it's real friendly with...
Yeah.
That'd be a
Everyone
weird
here.
thing to keep in a
Is
cage if
there-
it was friendly.
I'm reminded of a certain space prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, nobody's even in a box. What are you even talking about?
That's true.
We were gonna put.
Not yet.
We were gonna put Kai in there. There isn't like a sense motive or what, like a way for Javier to know whether or not this thing is in prison against its will or not, or like is it more of a pet or more of a
It's actually like
You know what I
completely
mean?
tamed by them.
Yeah.
It attacks us.
Give me like a nature check, maybe,
nature? Oh, that's gonna be rough.
or maybe
Survival?
nature's
Stealth,
kind
I
of the
would
one that
go
makes
there.
sense. I could take a survival. Doesn't matter. That was a really good roll, even completely untrained.
14.
To be fair, I don't think this was necessarily super hard to figure out.
Yeah.
That Bearowl is really
Shame
big.
on you.
And the area that it is not very big.
Oh, okay.
You would guess that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Also, great description for an untrained wisdom or untrained nature check pass. All right. I can try to sneak back over and let it out, and then run. See what happens.
Yeah,
Nobody's got telekinetic hand, right? I don't. That would be handy right now.
I have wind.
Can
The
wind
wind
open
moves.
doors?
No.
That's not very helpful then.
Thank
I'm just
you.
saying, I have it.
Weird time to brag, but okay, all right.
Yeah.
Was the I guess the other thing before he left, and thinking about potentially opening this door, was there like a lock or
No,
any sort
no
of latch?
lock or anything. Yeah, it's a latch. So like,
Okay.
basically, it's just so that it looks like it's secured,
You just
but
kinda
it's not
slide
like.
it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no like padlock or anything.
You can give it a shot.
And because the gate is wet, right? The rain acts as a lubricant, which means it's not going to make any noise to open this gate. Correct?
It's definitely going to be very loud.
Giving it a shot. That's a good idea. You could
Yeah,
just
there you
shoot
go.
the gate open.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, that would work if it was a padlock.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to work with a latch. Hardness is way up there. I bet it's like Starship grade.
It's like Starship. Like push a gust of wind over there and it blows it up and woo, whoosh.
A good idea.
So is the plan to just open it, let this creature just go just chaos? Where do we want to be?
Let it go. I want to go around the back again.
All three of us
The-
being there, I feels bad.
Yeah. So, like, regardless, Javier wants to free this thing because it's like one of his whatchamacallits.
tenants.
Tenants, yeah.
Ooh,
Free the enslaved is one of them. Edict.
Oh, there you go.
love it.
So, whether or not we free it before or after we take care of the guys around here, he's gonna do that.
I think Dex is gonna stay here, posted up on this corner.
Okay.
Feels like I have more mobility and an more open pathway here. I don't know.
Want to do a little split the party?
I love splitting the party.
I think
My
it's a
favorite
good time
words.
for it.
Couple go south, couple stay north.
Not like that big of an area to cover, so if we had to get to each other.
Oh, I should go with someone, and please don't make it be Taenn.
Come with me, young one.
Yeah, right behind you.
We shall have
Doesn't follow him.
And she
great
just
times,
stays there.
great fun times
It's
together.
right there.
Yeah, that's definitely the best option. Is Taenn goes by himself. Oh man, you can all hang out up here if you guys think. I don't know.
I think it's preferable, personally.
Just all of us
Like-
up here.
Unless the Stag Lord has a different secret exit and he's down there.
I feel like he's gonna be down there,
Yeah.
and then we have to go past the owl bear to get to him.
Unless, because we could open the gate and then open the front door,
Ooh.
so it can get out. Actually, what's the situation with the front gate? Does that look like difficult to open?
Let's look. Door, this is nothing. It doesn't look like it would be terribly difficult to open. Basically, there is a log of wood that is acting as sort of like a makeshift lock on this gate. So you would need to lift that out of the way. It looks heavy, but not so heavy that, like, maybe, I don't know, Kai, do you have a strength penalty, Kai? I think
Yeah.
you're the weakest. Okay. You might have some struggles opening it. But a normal strength 10 person would not have too much trouble getting it open.
Okay. If things go sour, I feel like this spot is just a better. Man, look how tight those quarters are in the bottom left-hand corner next to where that small room is. That feels bad. Maybe, if anything, we post up close to this corner where people would be coming down the stairwell. While the chaos is happening with the owlbear, we catch those people off guard as they run down to, resolve a problem. I don't know. I'm open. Convince me.
I mean, if
I don't
people come from that direction, we just run the other way. It's a big ring.
Yep. We just sprint in circles.
Yeah.
We just kite them like
We
they're
did,
zombies.
Yeah.
in
Call
a-
of Duty zombies. Yeah.
Yeah. Haha!
I mean,
I
that
don't
was a
think
good
it being
time.
tight
Remember
is
that
that
game?
big of an issue.
What happens when you cut them in half and they become crawlers and we have to jump over them? Ugh. Okay, I'm fine staying here then.
Alright.
Have Hobby open the gate.
All right.
Alright.
We're gonna walk back to the gate.
You want to give me another stealth check?
Yes, sir. Rolling it.
Okay.
Should I hero point that? If
I think a
that's
20 is
bad
pretty good.
one-
They're
yeah,
asleep.
20's pretty good.
And it's raining.
That's true. I guess there's the guys above though.
But they can't see into here because
That's true.
presumably
You're
the area you're
under-
in is
Oh,
under
we're
the wood.
under now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you have a negative 10 penalty to perception when you're asleep.
All right.
Aren't you allowed to know the result before you do hero points?
Yeah,
thing?
I think that's usually how we do it. So I will give you that is, basically you get to hear. I will describe sort of what's about to happen, and you can tell me.
Yeah.
None of these guys rouse. You see this guy, who looks a little bit different. He sort of rouses a little bit. It looks like maybe he's woken up, but he sort of just rolls back over.
Okay.
The Bearowl has definitely noticed your approach and seems to be eyeing you with interest.
Sure. Alright, so that dude knows what's up. Can I how do I want to do this? Can I sort of like pull out a ration and sort of hold it out and like toss it into the cage, sort of calmly as like a diplomacy check? I guess I'm trying to argue for like a diplomacy check against this Bearowl.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it feel like, I'm a friend.
Yeah.
He's
this is unfortunately going to be another nature check.
Nature? Okay. We'll try again, because he doesn't know what he's doing, so...
Let him sniff the dog we saved.
Yeah, let me put the back of my hand. That was not the right...
It's not great,
Not the right hand. He bites the hand off, actually.
Alright, he quickly realizes that he doesn't know how to handle bear owls. And I'll go for the latch.
All right, yeah. So your attempt does seem to he is getting sort of anxious and is moving towards the gate. What would you like to do?
So he's not gonna be stealthy about this. He's gonna throw the bolt as quickly as possible and then book it back north.
All right. And with that, I'm gonna just put us all into initiative. This is gonna be the biggest combat.
Oh boy!
I hope you're ready to run
You're too
like
wild.
combatants.
Yeah, I know, man. And then I gotta run.
Can I throw the bolt as a bravado?
I will give you that. Yeah. No, absolutely. You can have. What do you call that?
Panache.
Panache. Yes, you can have panache right at the start.
All right.
That's a good call right there.
Let me add everyone to
I will-
initiative.
Good
I
ask.
will with a flare throw the bolt.
Did we not bring a companion with us?
Good point.
Oh.
Nope.
It's a good thing he sized the battle had we brought somebody. All right, let's go. Not great.
Dang, Taenn.
Boy, that's a lot of red dice.
Yikes.
It's probably. I wouldn't worry about it.
That's fine.
I'm not worried about it.
Yet.
All right. So I'm going to switch our playlist.
Yeah.
Alright, let me bring up the initiative. I'm going to begin the encounter, and we are just going to fast forward. Well, okay. I'll run through this. I guess Taenn, technically you go first. Javier has not opened the gate yet. Is there anything you would like to do in anticipation?
No. Can I delay?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Because the inciting incident is halfway through.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to kind of run through these quickly. The owlbear is at the gate, waiting anxiously. This guy is sleeping. Dex?
Dex is going to prep shots. Not at the owlbear, but at the first sign of
At Javier.
like movement towards the weapon. Yeah, at Javier. Movement towards the weapon by any one of these bandits.
It's gonna be Javier.
So at anyone who's wearing the Stag Lord amulet.
No,
Got it. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Javier opens the gate and then you maim him so he can't get away from the owlbear.
Don't worry, fellow Stag Lord bandits, I've killed him.
This is the long con.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're readying a shot, basically.
Yes.
Okay, love it. Javier.
All right. My first action. We'll open the door.
All right, door's open.
Oh boy.
Makes
and
a pretty loud grinding noise.
And
Again,
then
what are you talking about?
let's do a little bop bop move.
Bop, bop.
And we're going to... Oh, I realized I didn't have my shield back out. I want to raise my shield.
Word.
There we go.
All right, next up. From above on the stone walkway, you hear, "Hey! Somebody let Beaky out!"
Beaky.
Gosh.
And around this time, you hear the Bearowl let out a horrifying, what sound do bear owls make?
It's gotta be a
Do they
screech, right?
It is a screech, yeah. It has actions referring to a screech, so. And so.
Just sounds like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. So. Yeah, you hear a "oi!" and then a lot of movement on this upper platform as people up there start moving.
They can see... I thought we were still under. Are we not under?
So where you're at right now is not under. You see, so you can see Aux actually. He's standing basically here, but above.
Oh, but he can see over to the cage.
Yeah, so like, I think you can see on the map, there's sort of like this dark outline area.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
basically where
Nice.
the upper part is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's
Okay.
like a shadow. Yeah, so he
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of has an angle
Yeah.
from where he is to see it a little bit. Yeah, but you just hear sort of like people moving up above as he sort of has yelled this out. Next up is this guy right here. He sort of like wakes up, sort of looks around, goes, oh shit! He sort of grabs his weapons and moves. Well, he grabs his weapons and sort of starts yelling, "Someone get the Stag Lord! Wait, Beaky's out! What?" And he sort of gets out of bed and sort of just gets his gear and starts kind of yelling. Next up is
That trigger
this
Aaron?
guy.
I don't think so. I think no, because I'm specifically Dex is
moving
waiting
towards
for like
you, right?
aggression. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then this guy, very similar, sort of like wakes up from a dead sleep. But it seems like he gets up a little bit quicker. He just grabs a rapier that was sitting next to his bed, hops out of bed, and let's see
Rapier, huh?
how good he is at seeing stuff. Let's see.
Pretty good, not pretty good, not pretty good.
Not especially good. For the record, Dex, you have pretty good eyesight. This guy looks like this.
Oh,
Wow.
that is a cool tattoo and piercing around the navel.
Jathan
Yes.
wants to come meet this guy.
Yeah.
Is the tattoos of the crying eyes, is that the guys we saw at the banquet? The night of the banquet?
That
They
is
had
a
like
good
a
call, but
Drop eye thing.
yes, I think if memory serves, that was like on their wrist or something. It does not look the same.
Okay.
I think that was like a teardrop. His eyeliner's running. It's raining.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
How many belts?
Yeah, you can
So
tell he's cool
edgy.
because he has so many belts.
Yeah.
Can you imagine strapping on those gauntlets? How exhausting
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah.
It's weird to have. Is that called an ascot? It's weird to have that
That's true.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the rest of the outfit.
And
all the rest
it's
of
his
it's like
sleep
a white
mascot.
Sleep ascot.
Yeah.
It's for
It's like-
drooling a little. You drool a little bit. And you might
Yeah.
run
This
out.
outfit's like really cool, but it's not quite fancy enough.
And accomplished.
And
Final
one
piece.
one knee pad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his sliding knee.
That's true.
But yeah, so he sort of gets up and sort of arms himself and gets ready for combat. Kai, it's your turn.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Kai is going to cast shield 3 times on members of the party who don't currently have a shield raised.
Nice.
Nice.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, I like it.
Because I don't think she wants to do a hostile action right now. So everybody can grab this shield, spell effect shield.
Got it.
And that is it.
Alright, next up is another thing happens.
Ominous.
Very.
And then you see this guy, much like the other guy, sort of like wakes up with a start, very confused, sort of grabs his weapon and gets out of bed. And that's pretty much all he can do. Next up, let me check something real quick.
There's a lot of enemies in this combat, boys.
Ooh, that's brutal. Okay, alright. Taenn, it is your turn.
I'm thinking about trying to check if anybody's coming this way.
Around the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna move. I guess I should channel, huh? Just in case.
Probably.
Shoot at Kai.
Or a horse.
Or a horse.
Let's get some more big animals in this fight.
Hey, Kai's not that big.
Oh,
I'll just not
Wow.
do my free blast, I guess.
It's like I don't even know you.
Pretty soon he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, I've stopped using the boomerang.
Here, let's move up a bit. What's my movement?
Your movement is 35 feet. Wow.
Yeah.
Fast boy.
I'll just go to here and see. I'll just kind of wait. I'll try to see if anybody's gonna come this way.
Nice.
Okay.
What do I have? I still have one action or something. That's what
You do still have one action or something.
I'll prepare a one action blast, I guess, in case somebody comes around this corner.
Takes 2 action. It's 2 prepared.
It does,
Two action to
unfortunately.
prepare. Okay, I'll just wait.
Okay. Alright, next up is everyone's favorite Bearowl, Beaky.
Beaky, let's go.
So Beaky is going to... Let me see, I haven't looked at... What can you do, Beaky?
It's just gonna walk out to get a scratch. Just a little scritch. Just right under the chin.
Comes and attacks Javier.
Yeah.
Saw him go that way.
He had
Ooh.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is going to emerge from its cage and let out a blood-curdling screech. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to need all of you to attempt a will save.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm about to roll this will save so many times.
Yeah, you are.
I will resolve you guys before I start rolling 100 times.
17.
Can you tell me if I
Alright.
got a regular fail or a crit fail before I...
Yes. Let me just give everyone the results. Everyone regular failed except for Taenn.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
My years with nature coming through and the wind.
You're just a little farther away. Blocked by more stone.
Yeah, actually, that doesn't make sense. Taenn's like, what the fuck was that? So all of you, except for Taenn, are frightened 2. As you hear this very, very fearsome screech. Taenn is only frightened 1. And now, give me a moment to roll this 100 times. Oh, that's bad for that guy.
You can, for what it's worth, select multiple people and click the button. And
Can
then
I thank the gods?
when you mouse over the save in the chat, it'll highlight whoever rolled it.
Boy, how do I multi-select?
You can control click, I think, or just
Control
drag.
click doesn't seem to be working for me right now. That's what I was trying to do.
Control shift click, maybe? Or shift
No,
click.
that's straight up not working. Shift click!
Okay.
My 5th favorite option. Alright, let's roll these gentlemen.
That's so many dice.
Yeah, it is. Alright, let's see. That is a failure for that gentleman. It was a crit failure for this gentleman. That guy. Failure, failure, failure.
I like the amount of
Okay.
failures we have right now. That's just...
This was a very hard check, actually. Okay.
Abelar fear himself.
This is actually going to be easier. Did I roll for the Elder? No, the Elder is immune to its own thing.
I think you just hit fear on the wrong guy, or drug it to the wrong guy, maybe.
Oh, so I did.
He's so
That's
scared.
weird.
Saw the symbol show up. I was like,
That guy's fine. Okay, that's the only other
didn't
guy.
expect his own screech.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "Whoa, hang on, that's kind of fucked up of me." Okay, the good news is they almost all got the same result, so I can actually just do this very quickly. All right. So you can see most of these guys look absolutely terrified right now, much like you all. And then for his last action, Beaky is going to live up to his namesake and take a bite out of this guy with his big old beak.
Yeah.
Oh. That's a big hit. Oh, that's a small hit.
No.
Ooh. Well, that guy's bloody.
Let's go, Beaky.
Alright,
Nice.
small hit is still a big hit.
Oh no.
That guy does not look good. And that
That's what we
is
were
it
hoping.
for Iki. Next up is this gentleman. He wakes up and just bolts for the door. Dex, if you would like to take your shot now, this man is running full pelt at you right now.
Does he have weapons in hand?
No, he does not.
I will not take a shot.
Okay. He is dead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. He is just going to run full pelt past you and unlock this front door.
That's kind of what I was hoping.
Nice.
That is all he does this turn. How long? That's only one round, surely, right? Yeah. Alright, next up is this guy. We'll leave him be for now. Dex, it is your turn.
All right. Dex is going to take aim on this guy who's standing directly in front of Beaky. It's time to take a shot.
This is the bloodied one?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
We're going to target with just a regular shot here, I think.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That seems right. How is a 16?
That is a hit.
What I like to hear. How is 6 damage?
Nice.
That is one dead bandit.
Oh, got him.
That's what I like to hear.
And a freaking terribly loud gunshot.
Yeah.
I think probably really cool in this right now is like as this gunshot fires, like everything lights up real quick. You see like a blast of rain just kind of stop in a sphere, and then it just starts raining again. He's also going to, and this is part of his active investigation. He's going to devise stratagem as a free action.
Damn right.
Which is exciting. Gotta think real hard.
Nice.
I always forget how much I have to zoom in. Alright.
11. All right. Will that be enough? The map -5. Can I see this person from where I'm at?
You can.
Okay. I would like to recall knowledge about anything that I can see from this distance. I know I'm quite a ways away.
Okay. Yeah. Give me that roll.
You got it, buddy. What do you want here? Occultism? Society?
Society would be your best.
Yeah, let's go.
Unless you have a better
Society.
lore.
Nice.
No. That's good.
Okay,
I'm
alright.
gonna use the skill stratagem for a +8 on my society check.
Okay, alright. Let's see. What kind of information are you looking for?
Why he's wearing an ascot?
That's
gotta
important
know.
information.
It's a good question.
I think, okay, so I'm assuming from this distance, Dex can only make out a few things. One, that they're holding a weapon, like some sort of sword in their right hand. Two, that they are clearly differently clad than the other members of this bandit crew. So anything that would tell me information about, like, what type of fighter this person is, they clearly look to be different. Or if they're in charge, anything that gives me that sort of information or sense.
All right, yeah. I will give you. Definitely seems to be of a higher rank than sort of the other bandits you've seen, like this guy and the guy who just died. Definitely seems to be sort of a rank above. But unfortunately, you can't really glean too much else.
That was my guess. Okay, no problem. And then for my last action, I'm just going to reload.
Word. All right, Javier, it's your turn.
I think I want to just see what plays out. So I think Javier's just gonna ready to attack if someone approaches him in a hostile manner,
Okay,
and just stay here.
I like it.
Just watch and see what happens.
All right. Next up, we have individuals from upstairs.
Good luck.
So,
Yeah.
I'm surprised this map isn't built using like the new levels system that's integrated into Foundry at this point. They actually have it on 2 different maps.
yeah, I don't know why they chose to do it like this. So I need to do a little bit of work here. Here. All right. So a few things happen right now. First, Taenn, you see this guy come running around the corner. He only gets to about here. And then, well, I guess the rest of you actually will see this. You hear another, "Hey!" And then with a thud, Ox jumps down from the upper level and lands right next to Javier. Javier, if you would like... Javier, everyone's frightened value should go down by 1 when their turn ends. So that's just Javier and Dex.
You can just
so
right
you
click
guys
to decrease it.
Yeah,
for what
I
it's
already
worth.
did yours, Javier.
I'll do mine.
Perfect.
Done.
Yeah, I swear to God, this used to happen on its own.
I think it's
I
a
know what
setting
the setting
in.
is.
Okay.
Do you?
I'll let
Okay.
you know later.
Okay. Yeah, we can deal with that later. But Javier, you had a readied action if somebody approached you.
Yeah, Is he seems like he's coming to get me and not running away.
Yeah, he seems
Okay.
unhappy with you.
Yeah. We'll do the strike then.
All right.
Give him a little
The 1-2 punch.
Little love
strike
tap.
here. Sorry, let me just make sure that my finisher is not on because I don't want to use it.
Consecutive
go.
normal punches.
There we go.
I just rewatched.
Not great.
Good.
That's a
Good.
low roll. 13.
That is a hit.
No way.
Wow.
He
Wow.
is very scared.
Oh, okay.
He's also a big dumb idiot.
Ooh, big damage.
Wow,
18.
that was a damage roll. All right. I mean, he
Jeez.
sure takes it.
What a hit.
That's huge.
So he jumps down and you just get him, like right in his stupid dumb face, and he goes, "Hey!"
It's like Oleg's cousin. Alright.
But he rears back with his club,
Alright.
and he unleashes a powerful swing.
Gotta get those nails
Let's see
in.
how this works. Swing miss. Hey. Misses, unfortunately. But he is here now.
Alright.
Next up, we have this guy. He goes, "Oh, they got Topper!" And he's gonna step up and take a swing at Beaky.
Ox, Topper, Beaky.
He takes a swing with a longsword, and he... Wow, these guys are not very good. Alright, but that is a hit. For a bit of damage. And he's going to try to swing one more time. Wow. Wow, that's a miss. Alright, a little less frightened.
Considering the way that Ox says "hey," I swear Dex remembers him yelling that in the forest when we were near Cressel. You remember the audio track?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
good.
hilarious.
I don't know if he was there, but it sure feels like he was.
Yeah, he was there in here, in your heart. So next up is this guy who looks to be in charge. And he goes, "Leave Beaky to me. Get the intruders, you idiots." And he's just going to step up. And he is going to take a stab at Beaky with his rapier. Does that have everything factored in?
Hope so.
It does not, because it thinks they're all on the same side. So that is a hit. Is there a... Nope. Okay. So he is going to... A little bit of damage and... a little bit more damage. So he sort of steps up behind Beaky, and as Beaky is distracted, deal a surprisingly devastating blow to this owlbear.
Oh.
And he is actually going to swing again. That's what I'm talking about.
No, not Beaky.
Yeah, Beaky. Oh, look at that. I had a toggle for it the whole time. Ooh. Another big hit on Beaky. Hi, it is your turn.
All right. So this guy, does he look like he's still trying to leave?
It looks like basically he ran up, got the lock off, and now he's sort of like, it looks like he's sort of calmed down a little bit. He is still unarmed,
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
but you also know everyone in this world is proficient with unarmed attacks.
Well, I'm
Good at
less scared with that knowledge, so I think what I'm going to do is just toss a telekinetic projectile at Ox. Poor Ox here.
Ox.
Poor Ox.
And we'll make it just bludgeoning. Not bad, an 18.
That's nice.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Nice.
8 damage.
8 bludgeoning. Not
Not
bad.
terrible. And then last action is going to be to toss a shield on Dex again, actually.
Gracias, senor.
Yeah. So, bam.
Alright.
That is it.
Hey.
Alright, next up is this guy. You see another bandit come around this corner. And he is wielding a longbow.
Oh, hello.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, you got more range than he does, I think.
Nope.
Oh, wow. Gun's
Yeah,
not that
he
long range, huh?
sees Dex standing there.
I
And he's gonna take a shot.
could have picked a weapon that had 90 feet of range, but I was like, that just seems unfair.
When are you
I
ever
can't
gonna be
push
fighting
the
an
envelope.
enemy?
Yeah,
range.
this is unnecessary.
Alright, that is a hit on Dex with a longbow.
All right.
From downtown, it's gonna be 5 piercing damage.
I will use the reaction for shield. So that'll
Alright.
break shield, but reduce it to 0 damage.
Okay. If I click the block button, is that gonna do something bad?
No, that should work.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll get rid of the shield effect, but
I can
you should
take
remove
shield
the
off, though.
Okay. Fair enough. He is going to shoot one more arrow. There's almost no way. There is literally no way. Okay. I mean, I guess he could have rolled a 20. Alright, and that brings us back here. I'm gonna remove this dead guy. Okay. Next up, Taenn. You got a guy in front of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna use action ranged blast with weapon infusion.
Noise.
So weapon infusion. I'm gonna take throne, and I'm gonna junction a little bit closer.
Okay.
10 feet closer. Where I'm in throne range,
Get him.
and then hit him.
Nice.
Alright, that's a hit.
Okay.
What I like to see.
8 damage.
Alright.
And then I'll move back. My third action. Let's go back around this little
Side a little
corner.
bit.
Alright. Next up, we have... Where? Hang on, sorry, I'm having initiative issues. There we go. Okay, cool. Next up, we have Beaky.
Get him, Beaky.
Beaky is gonna look at this guy who just stabbed him, and take a swipe with his talon.
Get him.
Get him beaky.
Get him.
Pretty good swing.
Get him.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's a pretty big hit. It's pretty good damage. Yeah,
That's a lot of blood.
Oh man.
that is a lot of blood. It was a pretty big hit.
Wow.
What I like to hear.
Alright, so he just absolutely decimates that guy.
Okay.
And then he is going to try to grab him, which... Boy, this sure put a lot of information on my screen, but didn't tell me if that was a success or not.
Grabs against
Yeah.
fort.
It's against Fort DC. Alright, yeah, this guy looks like he gets grabbed.
Nice.
And then Owly is just going to
times.
Oh my god. He sort of just digs into this guy's midsection with his beak. Let's see how this hit goes. Okay, all right, big hit.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
Big hit, little damage. All right.
Hey, he's got it, guys. Let's get the intruders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy is bloodied.
Nice.
He also needs to make this.
Remind me not to tangle
That
with
was
this
a good
thing.
save.
Yeah.
Alright, and he has sickened one as his guts are ripped partway out.
Oh my
From this
god.
absolutely
no.
brutal
Ugh.
beak
Owlbears are
strike.
scary, man.
Yeah.
Sorry,
The,
bear owls are
uh,
scary.
Yeah.
Shame on you,
Una-
Caleb.
Unironically, have it like listening to Jake fight himself is one of my favorite things.
Oh my god. Anyways, alright, who's next? Who's highlight? Oh, the guy by the door!
Yeah.
He sort of comes to his senses. Let's see. I'm going to unequip all of his stuff. Does he even have... Trying to figure out how to get him to just use an unarmed strike. He doesn't have it listed.
There should be a button
Control
to
space, you can search it.
generate. There should be a button to generate unarmed attack for a character. I think.
I can generate attacks for the weapons he's holding.
No, not for unarmed. Huh. Thought there was.
Yeah. Alright, that's not good. Well, it should be the same bonus as his longsword, just the damage will be considerably less. So he's just going to... Well, he's scared, but he's not a fool. He's gonna move up to flank Javi, and he's going to take a swing with his fist. Okay. That is a hit. So this is only going to be this number, I think. So Javi, you are going to take 3 bludgeoning damage as this guy comes up and just bops you in the back of the head.
Punch me in the face. Alright.
And you know what? He liked it so much, he's gonna give it a second try. And miss horribly. That is a critical miss.
Ooh. We'll give it a little opportune riposte. Let me target this guy first. Okay, not bad. 19.
That's a hit.
Nice. Get some.
Nice.
Excellent. 14.
Alright, 14 damage. Yeah, he's blooded.
Nice.
Bloodied. Alright, that is his whole turn. Next up is this guy. Not you.
Yeah,
Don't
I
worry.
see. I was about to talk, but then I realized it wasn't the lit up
you're
circle
the-
around me. I'm
The
next.
dim circle.
This
Ooh.
guy appears.
Oh, he looks cool.
He looks a
Oh,
little
hello.
something like this.
Oh,
D'Artagnan.
yeah.
He looks and he sort of surveys the situation. He sees this guy in Beaky's jaws. And he decides... Let's see, what do you have? He is holding a longbow. Sort of surveys the situation, and he pulls out his bow and takes a shot at Beaky.
No, not Beaky.
Boy, that was a terrible roll.
Nice.
Uh,
Live forever, Beaky.
He's gonna try one more time with this longbow. That was almost a natural 20, but it wasn't. So that is a really good turn from that guy. Dex Cane.
All right. Dex, noticing this man has just stepped up beside him and attacking Javi, is just going to take his gun and just swing it at this man next to him.
Ooh, hell yeah, get his ass.
Yeah. We're gonna go for a little reinforced stock strike here. How is a? That's not great. An 11.
That is a miss.
Big yikes.
Dadgummit. Dadgummit. All right. He's going to think for this second one. I didn't want to have to use it, but he's going to think. Give me a good roll here at least. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Even worse. Even worse. Well, we're not going to attack with that. All right. For his second action, he's going to move. He's going to step. Whoops. To here.
Okay.
And he's going to attempt to maybe kind of take cover around this stone wall from the enemies who are near Beaky.
Okay.
And try to hide from them if possible.
Ooh, yeah, no, absolutely.
I'd check. Roll.
Boy, oh boy.
Just bad rolls all around, huh?
I don't think you need to roll these secret.
It just does it automatically when you click the button.
Does it? Interesting. I guess maybe it should be
Self-check
secret, but
fire
I want you
secret,
to
yeah.
live with the shame of this 9.
That's a 2.
Yeah, that was very bad. Doesn't look like it was particularly effective.
Yeah, I mean, he only stepped 5 feet, and he's not even behind the wall yet. He's just
Yeah,
leaning
yeah,
against
makes
it.
sense.
There used to be like a slab of stone that was up, and as you move back, it just falls over. You're just standing there.
1, 2. I think that is.
That should be 3.
That's well. It's only 2 because my whatchamacallit is free.
You took a swing,
Stratagem.
you took a step, and then you hit.
Oh, step. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
All right. Javier.
Alright, we're gonna take a strike at Ox.
Hey.
Ox. I'm still frightened 1. Is that true?
Yes.
I haven't had.
Oh, I should not be frightened.
I know.
Yes, you
Another
should
turn,
be
yeah.
not frightened.
Okay. 17.
That's a hit.
Nice. Oh, I still had. Shoot, I still had opportune impost on. Is this gonna mess up my?
Oh, that makes sense.
Should all be
I was
the same,
wondering why it
yes.
said you got panache.
Yeah, I
don't think
saw
it
that too,
changes
and I was like,
anything
no.
else.
Well, it turns off my precise strike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It shouldn't. That's just for damage, right?
Or no, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, no, this looks fine. Yep. 13.
Nice. And your damage numbers are good.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ox is not looking good.
Alright. We're gonna go for the confident finisher on the second strike. So we get 8.
That's a hit.
Alright. So he gets the 2d6.
Oof.
Oh, nice!
That's a big hit.
And with that, your dear friend
Oh,
Ox falls.
It was nice knowing you, Greg. And
Thanks for letting us in.
and then the last action, I'm gonna attempt a tumble through, kind of through
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
behind like that. So let me find wherever that went to. There it is. Let me target this guy.
Get him.
Nice.
Wow.
29.
That's a critical success. I don't know if that has a
Sweet.
critical success, but
I get panache again.
yeah, you get big panache.
Alright.
Alright, now it is all of the people who came from upstairs. Played a little bit of Calvin Ball, they're just going on Ox's turn.
Sure.
25. Alright, so this guy is going to run up to here and take a swing at Taenn with his longsword. That is a hit. Taenn, you're gonna take 3 slashing damage.
Sword's as good as that other guy's fist.
Is but a flesh wound.
And then someone else does some stuff. Another one comes around the corner, Taenn.
I believe in you,
But
Taenn.
he does not do anything. He runs to there and then ends his turn.
Great.
Over here in the real fight, another bandit. I'm
know.
trying to figure out how to mark. Oh, here I can do it. Here I can do it. He is up on the raised platform holding his longbow.
Oh no.
Okay.
And he is going to take a shot at Dex. Is probably the only person he has line of sight to right now. Maybe Hobby, but definitely Dex. So he's going to take a shot with his longbow. Wow, that's terrible. He's going to do it one more time. That is the same number. Absolutely incredible.
Love it. Love it.
The upstairs crew not getting up to too much. Next up is this gentleman. He, seeing everything that goes on, he's gonna take his boss's advice and move to deal with you guys. Pika, do you have? You don't, thank goodness. Okay.
Dang it.
Yeah, it would have been really fun if he just fucking died. But he is going to move up to here and take a swing at Dex Kane with his
Alright.
long sword. Ooh, that's a big hit. That's a hit. That's a big hit. 9 slashing damage.
All right.
He's gonna swing one more time. You never know.
Never know.
We do know. That's a miss.
Okay.
Next up is this poor guy.
Good luck, sir.
Yeah, now I
Yeah.
gotta figure out how the heck he
Yes,
can.
man.
Sickened and grabbed. Have fun escaping while you're
He's
sickened.
got guts falling out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's he do?
Surrenders.
Yeah, but
Surrenders to the owlbear that's just gonna
Just
eat him.
lets it happen.
Yeah, right.
Surrenders to his ultimate
It's over.
demise. He just gives up.
Gotcha.
He's got acrobatics, technically. Yeah, I mean he's gonna try an acrobatics. He's gonna try to get out of this. Should he do acrobatics? No, he shouldn't. He should try to use an unarmed strike. He's gonna try to break this grapple. Let's see how he rolls. Did that show one of you guys getting hit? That's hilarious. And that is against Fortitude DC, which is not enough. So he is still grabbed by this owlbear. He is instead just gonna try to stab him with his rapier.
It's probably even worse, but that should be against Athletics DC, just in case its Athletics DC is lower than its fort. Unlikely, but possible.
It is, in fact, one better.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Yeah. He does get to hit with his rapier, though. So good for
Nice.
him. You know, for some wimpy baby damage. Got one more action. Yeah, I think he's just going to try to get out again. He's got nothing else to do with that last action. He could roll a 20.
Possible. Anything's possible.
He did not.
Weird.
Crazy. Kai, it's your turn.
All right. A lot of people coming this way, so Kai is going to go ahead and unleash her psyche. Da-da-da.
Do it.
And then she's going to cast Electric Arc on these two guys
Nice.
within view.
Get 'em.
There you go.
All right, so let's see. First, I'm gonna do the one close to you. That is a fail.
Nice.
Second guy. Also a fail.
Nice. 13 damage, not bad.
13 damage? Alright, that's... The one close to you falls. The one not close to you is now a bloodied.
Alright. With her last action, she is going to throw a Restore the Mind at Dex, who just took a hit.
Yeah.
So there's some 8 healing, not bad.
All right. I'll take it.
That is it for Kai.
Alright, who's next? Oh, this one next. Oh, no. These guys shouldn't be here because they went earlier. Oh, no, it's this one down here with the bow. He is going to... Yeah, he's gonna try to take another shot at Dex, I guess.
Wow.
With
That
his
is-
longbow.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big miss. He'll try again. Oh, that's a hit.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
That's actually crazy.
What do you
For 8
freaking
piercing
curve
damage.
this arrow
This guy-
around the
you're like
Bearowl?
You're like a straight line.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, so much for the healing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, 8 is 8 is 8. It's fine.
he'll just take one last one. Yeah, that's nothing. Alright, so that is him. We skipped these last few because they were the people upstairs. And that brings us back to the top. Taenn, what do you got for me?
All right.
You know, rough spot over there, looks like.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna
But, you know,
junction
look at
around.
They're lined up.
I wonder,
Oh
yeah, I
my
wonder what's
goodness.
coming out right
To
here.
here.
I don't know.
And
He is kiting
then
him like zombies.
And then...
I will extract element. No, I'm just kidding. I will
yeah.
aerial boomerang
Heck yeah.
straight down.
Hey man,
this
if it's good, it's
corridor.
good.
Alright, so they both need to make reflex saves. That first one is a failure. Second one is a success.
Oh.
Don't say it like that.
Why did I roll question
Big.
marks?
4
Big.
damage.
Yeah. numbers
mine did
coming
that
out.
earlier for D4s.
Alright.
1-2-1 on the D4s.
That's horrible.
Big
So bad.
numbers.
That's terrible.
You've got one more.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back here.
Okay. Next up, we got Beaky. I mean, you know it's about to happen.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
use his beak and just whoop.
Nom nom.
I still had Dex targeted. That's hilarious. Yeah, that is unfortunately a hit on that guy, even with all of these
Not having a
zombies.
good day.
No, he's really not.
Hey, it's his own fault. He said, "Hey, go deal with the intruders." I
He
got
did say that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think there's literally no way. Yeah, with one rip of his beak, this
Oh,
man,
man.
is torn asunder. It is a bloody mess down there.
We'll never know his story.
Yep.
I'm so glad.
He's probably got a note in his pocket.
Don't want to know it.
And
Didn't wanna know it.
it specifically talks about the ascot. That's it.
There's pages on the ascot.
Yeah.
Now the real question
What does
is,
Beaky do?
yeah, I am not 100% sure. So he rips this guy just absolutely in pieces and spends a little bit of time snacking on him.
Okay.
Nom nom.
Let's see. And then he is going to move to here.
Okay.
Next up is this guy. He throws his bow down and draws a long sword. Then I learn how this character works. What's your movement speed, guy? There it is. Boy, it's so far away. He is going to move to here. He will just move to here is what he will do. Wielding a long sword. Dex Kane, it is your turn.
Dex is going to change up his strategy a little bit here. He's going to move towards the door.
Coward.
And I would like to, can I unlatch it from here?
It is already... Are you trying to just open it?
Yes. I'm kind of hoping this Bearowl sees it and just has an opportunity to run through.
I think the door is big and heavy enough you will need to be, like,
right
standing,
in front.
actually. Yeah, you can't just, like, one arm off to the side. You need to, like, actually push it.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. I move up and I will push it open.
Okay. Door's open.
Nice.
All right. Last action here. Boy, do I want to? I don't want to be in his way. Ugh. You know what? It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna target this guy who's up on the top, on the
This
top
guy?
level. Yeah. We're gonna do a little device stratagem here right out the gate, in hopes that maybe I can roll something effective.
Nope.
Or
Wow.
hey, that was a free action though. So for my last
true.
action, I moved 10 feet out
Nice.
of the way of the door.
Love it.
My die
Sometimes
rolls
it all
are
works out.
excellent tonight.
That's like the exact use case for devise a stratagem.
Exactly, it's perfect.
Javier.
Alright, what do I want to do here? I think, should I run off this guy up top, or... Javier doesn't even really know that guy's up there, I don't think. Or can he see him?
You can probably see a little bit of him, enough to know that he's there.
I know Javier knows this guy's here, though, so I think he's gonna move next to this guy and take a straight at him.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do that. Big hit.
Yeah, that's a crit.
26. Ooh,
Wow.
crit.
I
Damn.
mean, there's almost no way this man survives this.
Yeah.
Already bloodied.
Yes, sir. 32.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah, that's
God.
a
Wow.
dead guy. That's,
wasn't even
that's,
a
that's one of them.
finisher.
They're dead guys.
Through that man.
Jeez.
And then I think, yeah, we'll do another raise shield because I think I want to stay here behind this wall.
I'm gonna get Dex a striking weapon now.
Yeah,
They can be rolling 2 dice too.
striking boomerang.
Striking weapon.
Yeah.
Adds an extra die of damage. It's pretty expensive. That's why we don't have 2 yet.
That's all. Is that everything, Javi?
Yeah, move, attack, shield.
Okay. Straight move. Okay, got it. Technically, Kai, before you go, technically it's the guys who are upstairs.
Sure. Yeah.
So... This guy's gonna move to here, and he's gonna attempt... Boy, he doesn't even have that skill. He's gonna... Does he do it anyways? Wow, yeah, he really doesn't have that. Well, he's just gonna move to here and take a swing at Taenn, I guess. Swing with his longsword at Taenn. That is a miss. Follow-up swing. That is also a miss. All right.
Nice.
This guy in the back is going to drop his longsword, pull out his longbow, and take a shot at Taenn.
Oh.
Man, can't roll good for these guys. One more? Yeah, it's nothing. All right, good turn. We do still have this guy up top. He can't really see anyone that well.
Yeah, I think none of us can see him.
Yeah,
at
we
all.
can't see any of them.
Yeah. So he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 25. He's going to move to here.
Good old triple move.
Yeah, and he is no longer elevated because he's now on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and delete a few of these dead bodies, just give us a little more battlefield clarity. But rest assured, this place is a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, there's blood everywhere.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
whoops,
pretty
sorry.
bad.
The battleground for sure.
There you go. Kai, it is your turn.
All right. She sees the guy coming towards her and she goes, nah. So then she's gonna move over here.
That's fair.
Says,
He
good
gets that a
job,
lot.
Taenn. Please stay between me and them. And then she's going to, yeah, perfect. She's gonna cast another.
Boomerang?
Aerial boomerang.
She's
so
gonna
much
cast
fun.
another electric arc.
She stole off of your Taenn.
The last level she took was Kineticus because
Yeah.
it looks so fun.
All right. Let's see that damage roll. 13 again. That's exactly what I rolled
Nice.
last time.
Now, let's see. Close one. Success. Far
Dang.
one. Critical fail.
Oh,
There's
nice.
no way he survives. Yeah, far one
Nice.
dies. Close one. Did close one regular succeed? Yes, he
Regular
did. So he
success,
gets
yeah.
half. All right, he's still standing.
All right.
Next up, we have this guy. What's he gonna do? I think he's finally going to. No, I know what he does. Nobody. Can anyone even see
Nobody
this guy right now?
sees. We just
no.
see stuff
Okay.
happening.
Well, he is gonna do some stuff. Rest assured.
I feel like these things I'm standing in front of are blocking
you
line of sight.
probably should. I don't think you can see him because of this wall is really your problem
Okay.
from where you're standing.
I think,
but
I
yes,
think these are blocking line of sight for some reason. But
They
they.
Oh, they
shouldn't
might
be.
be.
They are. They definitely are.
Well, when
They
I select
shouldn't
my
be.
token, I can't see anything past
Yeah.
the wall. I can't even see a hobby.
Yeah, those are programmed as walls, I guess, for some reason, even though they're just like.
You should be able to see something like that, though, right?
Yeah, like I don't know why. What do you call the thing that you put your horse reins over?
Yeah, it's just like a post. It's a single post with two
Yeah,
mounts.
right. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be blocking line of sight. Like,
If
I
anything, I should be able to rest my gun on it. It gives me a +2 to hit. I think.
Yeah.
ooh, interesting. I think maybe not that. But sure. I think here. You know what? I can. Let me see if I can change this.
Yeah, if you double click it, it should just say there should be a vision blocking section that you can change to off.
Sight restriction none.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How'd that do?
Oh, I can see
Great.
the Bearowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, great. What's next? Oh, these are the guys who are upstairs. I'm gonna delete them so I stop getting confused. Only one of them is still alive. Alright. Taenn, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm just doing a 2-action melee.
Look at him go. So proud.
That's a weird way to say boomerang, though.
Yeah.
I guess pronounced.
If that second guy
boomerang.
was still alive, you bet.
Yeah, who killed him?
Whoa.
Well,
That misses.
I will weapon infusion and get
Alright.
agile
Good idea.
and try again with a 1 action.
That's a hit.
That's something. Literally something. 3 damage.
Is it? Yeah, this guy's bloodied.
Nice.
Making progress.
That natural 1 hurts, man.
Up.
Hurts.
Is beaky. So this is sort of an interesting one because some of these actions are going to happen kind of simultaneously. You hear. Okay, yeah, you still can't really see. You hear some like shouting, like get out of here! And shortly afterwards, you guys see Beaky just peace out.
Thanks, really hope.
Beaky just gallops out the front door and is gone.
Heck
Yay,
yeah.
Beaky's free.
We saved him, guys.
He left
did it.
blood on the ground as he left.
He did.
Oh man.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, blood trail.
Oh, because I moved him. Oh my god. Stop.
More blood.
He's just invisible and roaming out
Yeah.
there now.
Owlbears have natural invisibility. Did you not know?
What about Bearowls, though?
They might not. Alright, I don't think anyone can see this guy either, so I'm not going to describe what he does. But rest assured, whoops, that's the pause button. Rest assured, something is going on. Dex Kane!
All right. Can you tell me, is this guy, he still shows 10 feet, but he's on the ground, right?
Yeah, I don't know why
It's okay.
it still says 10 feet.
And has he taken
There we
any
go.
damage?
No.
All right. Well, you know what? It's go time then. Maybe we can actually make
Oh,
use
you're
of a
just gonna
devised
leave?
stratagem. Yeah. This totally was him. Let's get a good roll, please. Oh my goodness!
That's great.
It's a lot of
That
ones.
was-
Once, huh?
It's a lot of ones.
What is going on? That's
point.
wild.
Not sure if it's
I-
worth.
Yeah. You know what? No. You know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna hero point it. I'm gonna just delete
Oh my
this
god.
stratagem, and we're gonna hero point it.
Oh my god.
I know.
There you go.
I am.
Oh my.
I did better.
Literally
Oh my goodness.
twice as good.
That is twice as good.
How does he do
Guys.
it?
Goodness gracious.
Incredible.
Wow.
Wow. That is something. That is something.
You
How
sure you
far
don't
is
want to
he?
run after Beaky?
Yeah. I'm gonna move to. Man, do I even want to get close to him? I don't want line of sight in this area.
Fine.
I won't have any cover if I move over there. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this move, and as I move, I'm gonna see if I notice anything as I'm moving past. I don't know if I will, but I'm kind of just sprinting here.
The guy who had been standing here,
Yeah.
he has now moved. I think actually where you're at right now, it looks like he's sort of moved to here. But give me a perception check real quick.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Because this is sort of a minor detail that might not catch your eye as you move across. It certainly does not,
That
unfortunately.
definitely doesn't.
He's pulled out a secret phone and he's calling in SWAT.
Yeah.
I'm going to, Stadley, I'm going to just use this attack so that I can try and hit him again. We're just going to swing the stock at him with the stratagem on, which, adds up to a
Big ol' 11.
big
That
old
is a
11.
miss.
I don't think
Okay.
that's far off, to be fair.
Yeah, well, you know. All right, and then we're going to try and hit him again with the stock map -5. 15.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Nice.
We can do a little damage.
We do a lot
Nice.
of damage.
7.
That's a big hit. Can you roll me one more perception check, actually?
I sure can. That was almost a 1 again.
But it wasn't. That's good enough. You recognize this guy.
Oh?
That's Fulgrim Sneak, baby.
No
Oh,
way.
Nice.
Wow.
After all
Okay.
this time.
After
Here
all
he
this
is.
time.
do we need him alive?
We have to
Yep.
capture him, yeah. Bring him
Dang,
to
okay.
Keston. Okay, shoot. All right, time to turn on just unarmed punching. I'm just gonna punch him, knock him out. Non-lethal damage. That's the end of.
That's all of your actions?
Dex say this like
Oh,
Javier's gonna murder this
Dex,
guy.
Yeah, Dex yells out, "Oh, it's me! Well, we should knock him out and take him back to Keston."
You say this in front of the guy.
Just right out.
What?
Who guessed?
And I'm pointing at him too. And I'm looking right at Avi.
He's got like a bloody nose from your reinforced stock. He's like, what? What's happening? Alright, Javier.
Alright. Alright, let's move up to this guy. Good old Fulgrim. How do I do a flight of the blade strike?
I believe you take a -2 on your attack.
Yep.
To make it non-lethal.
-2. So I can just add this into the
Or you
box
can
here.
just roll it. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever's easiest for you.
2 thing.
Yes.
That's pretty nice.
And nicer for you, Mr. Weapon Infusion. You can probably just add the non-lethal
I
trait.
wonder if you can.
Oh,
I
I
bet
see.
you
I
can.
don't think
It's
that's an
really hard to
option.
do non-lethal damage to the Kness. You have to get a feat for it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would that not? That should be free, frankly.
The feat
Alright.
also adds some additional stuff.
Let's see if that
but,
works.
Yeah.
Agile backswing.
That was a hit
forceful
before.
Reach.
That's
sweep.
a hit, baby.
All right.
Genuinely, Taenn's literally blowing people. It should be non-lethal.
Have you seen my damage? It's not.
All right.
lethal.
13.
All right. That is one unconscious gentleman.
Yeah.
Night night, Mr. Sneeg.
Why can't I find unconscious? Oh, there's unconscious.
All right. And then I think this guy back here, he's the other one with the longbow previously.
Yes, he had the longbow. He's now holding his long sword.
Gotcha. So we'll go back to the raise shield action here since I'm stared him down. Come on, friend. And then I think that's it.
All right, Kai, what you got?
I think this upstairs guy goes first, sadly.
Well, he's unconscious.
No, this one over here, right?
Oh shit! I still have an upstairs guy.
Oh,
That's
Just
crazy.
standing there.
You are absolutely right. Thank you. I mean, he's almost certainly going to miss with these attacks, but ooh, that's a natural 19, baby. That's a hit.
Wow. You're welcome.
Get wrecked, Kane.
Ready for another
Kane,
3
Kane.
damage.
You just combine it. We are not a couple. Thank you very much.
Oh! That is 4 slashing damage for the male part of Kane. And he's gonna take another swing with his longsword. That's a big old miss. You know what? For his last action, he's gonna try to get out of here.
Yeah. What's it called?
This is just not his day. Hi, it's your turn.
Yeah, that's okay with me, actually. I'm good with that. Have fun, man. Kai is no longer
Unleashed.
Psyche Unleashed.
You've
so
been unleashed.
She's now stupefied. 1. That's a hard effect to find. There it is.
How long is that for?
I believe it's 2 rounds.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. She is going to move. Get to here. Can I see anyone from here?
You? Ooh, I almost just crashed there, I think. Whenever I click on you, my whole browser just like freezes.
Oh, really?
It does not like your POV. Yeah, you can see this guy enough. If you're trying to make an attack roll, probably have a little bit of cover. You
Okay.
can target him with a spell.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She is going to try to cast her innate primal spell today, which she barely ever uses. So we're gonna roll flat d20 for stupefied. I need a 6 or better.
Wow.
Yep.
That's-
Okay.
This
not
is
it.
the first time I've seen you fail a flat check in my entire life. It's never happened. Never happened. He needs to roll a
true at all.
15 to get rid of this persistent effect. Well, he rolled a 20. All right, that's fine.
So she kind of lifts her hand and like swipes it through the air, and then just nothing happens.
She just slaps Javi.
That's it.
Hey!
Shoot, that's all your actions, isn't it?
Yep.
Alright, next up is this guy. I mean, I kind of goaded him.
Yeah.
So he is going to run up here. Let me check something real quick, though. Nope. Okay, yeah. He moves to here, and he is going to just take a swing at Javi.
At this distance, does he also look like Fulgrim Sneak?
Yeah, it drives me crazy. They had characters with distinct faces, but they are not the ones you have a side quest to find. The one you have a side quest to find is the one with the same face as all the other ones. Absolutely maddening. You're gonna love this, Javier. That is a critical miss.
All right, let's go. Get a little.
He gets a little overexcited and
Opportune.
like half stumbles directly into your blade.
All right.
Man, Abe, I feel like you and I have swapped positions for this session in terms of rolling.
The rolling, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
dang,
Look
25.
at that.
That is a critical hit.
Oh,
Nice.
all right.
Poor guy.
What a riposte.
He's just a little guy.
He's
just
just
a
so
little
much
guy.
damage. Oh my
Goodness
goodness.
gracious.
Wow.
Just
I
runs
have
up
the
and
divine
swings
rapier now.
and impales himself on.
Yeah, you
On his
basically
sword.
don't even move. He just throws himself onto your blade.
You
It's
just hold
brutal.
your sword straight out. Just runs into it.
Absolutely insane.
Nice.
All right. And that brings us back. Wait, who's... Oh, this guy!
That guy.
Right. Sorry, I keep forgetting about him because he so does not
He's just trying
matter.
to leave.
That brings us back to the top of the order.
Yes.
And as the 6th round of combat begins,
Music changes.
Oh.
no.
Oh no. He's gonna take a second form.
from around the corner, a man emerges.
There he
Looks
is!
a
No.
little something like
No.
this.
Oh yeah. Now we're talking.
I thought this. I was like, oh, this other guy's the Stag Lord. He looks all suave and stuff, but no,
He didn't look staggy.
boy.
he didn't look staggy enough. Look at this
Is
guy.
he? Is that his face? Is he
I
facing
can't tell what's
us?
going on with his
Or is
head.
his face to the right?
No, he's. That's his mouth, right?
Dude, this dude is a Wendigo.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
for real.
He emerges from around the corner, wielding a longbow.
Is that his face?
Oh man.
I genuinely.
Great
I
question.
I feel like that's like the
he's
back of his
turning
head, like
away.
he's
I
like.
think that is correct. That is like the
swinging
side
and
of his
turning.
head. Yeah. And with this grand reveal, I am going to call the episode here.
Yeah, I am not excited about where I'm standing right now, but this is cool.
Mid combat.
Dang.
Also, the music gets very good when the boss comes out.
Yeah.
Whew. Man, you guys have done well so far.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm surprised actually.
Mostly
I
the
was-
owlbear.
Yeah.
Bearowl.
Yeah, Owlbear was huge.
Not having to fight whatever that guy was
Yeah.
is probably going to be pretty helpful.
Oh, I should have
edgy,
deleted
dude.
his token. I'm gonna need him.
I think I dealt a total of 7 damage, and I think also Javier dealt over 100.
Yeah, no, easily.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Javi was
Yeah.
rolling
Just
absolute rocks today.
Yeah. And we'll get you a striking rune. That's next on,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
on the list. I think.
Okay,
Striking-
here's
a
my
striking
question.
gun.
Yeah, does striking runes work on any weapon? It's not just melee?
Any weapon.
Oh yeah.
So if I use a striking rune on my weapon, which also has a reinforced stock, does that mean it applies to both attacks of the
No.
fired shot and the reinforced stock?
I don't know how
put
to reinforce
runes on them
stock.
separately.
Okay.
Oh, they have to have separate runes. Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact: if you were still using the bow staff, combination weapons do share runes,
Oh, that's cool.
but things like bayonets or reinforced stocks or shield spikes use
Okay.
different. I mean, shield spikes is different because shields are not weapons. But if you have a weapon kind of with two modes like that,
Yeah,
they use separate runes unless it is a combination weapon.
Okay, good to know. Man, good session.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was fun.
Now
with
the spicy
Bearowl.
part comes. Though.
Yes. That's what we did.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for playing. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will catch you. I am assuming not next week.
Correct. Yes, I'll be out.
Okay.
Two
When do
weeks
you
then.
return
I'll be back for
for the 12th?
week. Yeah, for the next. Yeah.
All right.
He's
We
got to
will
go off to
see-
Conclave, and then he'll be back.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, unless are we worried about you getting elected as the Pope? Is that something we should be
Yeah.
concerned about?
Dial in from the Vatican.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you show up with a big hat, we'll know what
Yeah,
happened. All right. Awesome. Well, we will talk to you all in 2 weeks. See ya.
Bye.